Up, up, and away in a beautiful balloon that may very well touch down here at the Williams Grove Speedway for the SKOAL Super Dirt Series, the first dirt track race of the year for the SKOAL Trail. Pennsylvania regular Craig Von Doren talks about running with the Dirt Invaders.
Last year we were kind of green, we didn't know who we could run with and who you couldn't. And now this year we're kind of a little bit smarter. We know who we can race wheel to wheel with and who we got to keep an eye out for. And it's definitely a learning process. The more you can race, the better off. It always works out to be better that way.
Doug Hoffman has run at Williams Grove and Grandview quite a few times. The tracks are right in his backyard. Doug, does that give you an advantage?
Not really. We only come here once a year with the dirt modified, and we're going to have to go out in warm-ups and kind of sort the car out right out in warm-ups and just see where we're at.
Alan Johnson couldn't wait to make it to the Keystone State this year. He's been running very well. Alan reflected on his plans for the SKOAL Tour.
Well, we always start out going for it, but we have to take it as it comes. If we're doing good and the car's supporting itself, then we keep going. If not, then we pick and choose.
These drivers wish they could have picked where they wound up. This is a consolation race with Billy Pouch in front, Toby Tobias in second, Jimmy Horton is in the active 2, and Kenny Brightbill is in car number 19. And that's Danny Johnson and Brett Hearn scoping out the competition. Feature time. Billy Decker starts on the pole for the SKOAL Super Dirt Series 92-lap feature event. The field was packed with top competitors, which made for great racing like this 3-wide dice between Kenny Tremont, Richie Urich, and Jack Johnson at the drop of the green. This jingle on lap number 5 took out Steve Payne's 7X and, unfortunately, also took out the 21J, the Altair audio car driven by Jeff Trombley. On lap 10, Kenny Tremont in the 115 worked to the outside of Decker's number 91, and heading towards turn number 1, he took over the top spot. Alan Johnson had moved to third, while Jack Johnson in the 12 and Danny Johnson in the Freightliner car diced for position. Just behind them, Brett the Jet Hearn working the outside lane in the Auto Palace car number 72. The outside groove was definitely the faster of the two in the early part of the race. Doug Hoffman found out running the outside, though, could be a bit dangerous as he swept the outside guardrail in car number 1. Now here, Alan Johnson passes Billy Decker on the inside of the third turn to take the number 2 spot, while Danny Johnson in car number 6 works the outside lane, and the 704, that's Billy Pouch, struggles to stay with the pack. Jimmy Horton is behind him in the active 2 car working to the inside of Jack Johnson. Now here's Alan, who was really running like a bear, closing in on Kenny Tremont when Sean George slows on the front stretch. On the restart, Tremont is caught asleep at the wheel as Alan Johnson goes into the number 1 spot in the Conley LaFoy 14J. Now there's the Auto Palace 72 of Brett Hearn, and there's the Coors Extra Gold of Doug Hoffman. He had a flat right rear tire. On the ensuing restart, Decker tried to sneak to the inside of Tremont, but Hearn found a lane through the middle and wound up sneaking past Tremont to go into the number 3 spot. Further back in the field, Bob McCready was running his own race, while Jimmy Horton was running out of the race in the active 2 car. Billy Pouch had worked his way up into contention and was battling with Kenny Tremont for a position, but he would later drop out with a flat tire. Meanwhile, a battle for the lead shaped up. Brett Hearn on the outside, Alan Johnson on the inside. Hearn would stay on the outside from turn 1 all the way around to turn 4, and on lap 45, the Auto Palace 72 went into the top spot as Kenny Tremont, unfortunately, went to the pits. Danny Johnson was working hard running the outside lane of the Speedway, trying to catch the leader.
Yeah, I think the inside is a little quicker, but, you can't run the inside when the guy ahead of you is running the inside, so, you got to go where you have to go.
Danny battled for the rest of the race with Billy Decker. He would ultimately finish in the number 3 spot. Meanwhile, up front, Alan Johnson was making a last-ditch attempt at catching the Auto Palace 72 of Brett Hearn. He went for the inside off turn number 4, but Hearn held him off in the drag race to the checkered flag and took the victory.
This is the meat of the season that we're coming into now, and the schedule is very tough, and we run consecutive nights, and to have the team morale high right now is really important.